Hey there, this is Sabrina with Pi Financials, and I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough of the Pi dashboard and highlight some of the features. Um, Pi, it does have a free plan, so if you want to just check it out, please go to piefinancials.com or what'smypi.com and try out the free version. And then if you want to upgrade, let's do that. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to always reach out to me. You can leave a link, a comment below, or you can send me an email. Whenever you log into your dashboard of Pi, there's going to be always an insight. And it's going to be something regarding the numbers in your business if you haven't entered data. So there's going to be this insight. And that's why I like to call Pi the no accounting tool, because it is very smart in knowing what should already be in the system in order to provide you with the actionable data and the insights that you need to run your business. I started Pi because I was so stressed about my numbers. I couldn't figure out accounting tools. Even reports from a bookkeeper and accounting was confusing to me. It felt like we was always making money, but money was leaving out just as fast as it was coming in. Expenses was all over the place, and I just did not know how to keep up. Working day to day in your business is very daunting, and a lot of times what we need is just something quick and easy to be able to see exactly where we are, especially when it comes to the financial piece. But that makes a lot of sense. So with Pi, you don't need to connect to your bank account. You don't need to connect to QuickBooks or any of those things. It's just you and your numbers. So don't feel bad if you're not tracking right now, if you're using pen and paper, if you're using spreadsheets. That's perfectly right. And actually, that's what this was designed for. It's like that gateway to perhaps graduate it up to some more complicated accounting tools that you may need later on as your business grow. But normally when you're just starting out, it's pretty simple. You need to know how much money you're coming in, how much you're spending, and what your profits are, and what can you do when things are kind of wonky and you need to course correct. So here, whenever you have the insight, you can always click on to learn more about it, and you can use the Pi AI assistant in order to, and it chats just like you would any other AI system. So you can put that in there. But let's go back to the dashboard and I'll show you. So here, you can see where it says, hey, your net profit is already under $500. You're lower than $500. So you can go in and you can check and see, okay, where's my expenses are. And you see here that, oh, I have a loan payment of $500, but you don't have any revenue booked for that period. So that's why you have a negative net profit. Again, right there within your dashboard, it draws it out for you. Here you can track your numbers from year to year to see where you are in regards to your sales goals, your budget expenses, what you're actually bringing in terms of sales, and what you're actually spending. And this normally defaults to the current month, but if you want to go back and look at a previous month, it can do that as well. So say, hey, I want to look at what I did in June or July or what have you. That that's there as well. In your transactions, this is where you will book, where you can put right in how much money you made for that day and how much money you spent. And your expenses are broken down by the categories that you set up once you have set up your system, which takes very little time to set up. And then if you want to take a look and say, hey, where I'm at in terms of my budget, what I wanted to make in terms of my sales, and then what I wanted to spend. So in the budget tab here, you have your annual budget goals, what you and your annual expense budget. Um, and this is what you actually made in terms of your sales and what you actually spent. And so therefore you can see the breakdown. If you want to see it by month, or if you want to see an overall view by month, you can do that right over here in the top right hand corner. And if you wanted to see it as a breakdown by the budget categories, you can do that as well. And it's by month as well. So again, you can go back and see and really dive into those numbers if you need to. So even if you just starting Pi, we can load your historical data and then we can start to pull those numbers out and start to make sense of. And the system does everything. You just upload the numbers or you send it to us and we can take care of that for you. Your reports is going to also be broken. You can break it down by month or date range. Your insights is your Pi assistant where you can, and once we have your numbers in there, your insights is going to be based on your information. Like you can ask it, like, how can I increase revenue in March next year? Excuse me, compared to this year. And if you ever use like a chat GPT or a Gemini, it works the same way. So you'll type in your question. And again, these numbers are based on your information. So it's not just some stock response. It's based on the information within the dashboard. Your financial sneak peek. This is like your forecasting too. So if you want to say, hey, I want to see what it's going to look like in terms of my revenue or sales over the next 6 months. And that is going to be based on, again, the numbers in the system already based on your revenue. So I keep saying the numbers in the system. So what exactly do I mean by that? So when you set up Pi, and this here will give you a summary based on your numbers. So when you set up your account, when you initially log in, let me get over here, get that out of the way. When you set it up, your account, your primary business, but there are some plans where you can look at multiple businesses. So say you have a restaurant, but you also have catering. Those two things are separate. Then you can set up one side for the restaurant and one side for the catering so that you can look at those numbers individually. You also set up your revenue goals, and we want you to set it up by the month. So that it's very easy to track what you're doing from month to month and that you can clearly see where you need to maybe course correct. And your categories. This is going to be your expenses, but whether it's rent, marketing. Now we have some that's already preloaded, but if you don't see what you need, you can always go in here to the add categories and put in whatever. So just say, for instance, you have a category that is um, uh, road management. I don't know. I was just looking outside, so I said road management. And so that would be your category. You just click save. And so now that's there. And then you can set up, you can start entering expenses for that. Bulk upload. Now, this is what I talk about. So right now, today is like August 28th. We are going into quarter 4. And so if you haven't used Pi, we just launched in July. If you're not using Pi and you're like, oh, I'll just wait until January, please don't do that. Let's go ahead and get you on the system now, because the great thing about it is that we can go in, we can extract that information of what you've already done in sales and what you've already spent, upload that into the system. Is very easy. We already have a template, and then therefore you can see how you're trending so far for 2025. And then if you need to make some adjustments in order to hit your goals by the end of the year, you have time to do that because we're only going into quarter 4. Um, and security. Oh, the other thing I want to show you is that you can add additional users. So if you have someone like a business partner or someone else that needs to look at the numbers so that they can see what's going on with the business, you can add them as well. And you can connect this to your QuickBooks. Now, we don't get a daily feed from QuickBooks, but if you have information in your QuickBooks account and you want to go ahead and just upload that, you can connect your QuickBooks account so that that information pulls over, and Pi can start to provide you the insights that you're not currently getting because you're so stressed about it. I know that it may seem like you're in this all alone, but I want you to know that there's so many business owners that are struggling in silence because they have no clue what's going on with the numbers in their business. That's exactly why I created Pi. As a business owner, I understand how sometimes we can feel like we're on an island, and I don't want you to feel like that. That's just not the case. So reach out to me if you have any questions about Pi. But if not, just go out there, try it out, set up an account, try the free account. And then if you want to unlock more features, upgrade. But I will be hosting weekly office hours to answer any questions, comments, provide feedback. But I'm always available via email to help you get your finances on track and to get some insight into your numbers. So until next time, let me know if you have any questions. Happy to make a video, happy to jump on a call with you. Thank you. Bye.